Hi everybody, welcome to WoodsyTV today. I'd like to tell you some jokes about Americans and Vegemite. What these Americans like to do, they like to pour Vegemite all over the toast as if it is Nutella. It is so funny how they react to it. Here's a good example of some Americans putting on Vegemite as if it is Nutella.
I think it's an acquired taste, so let's get that one out of the way.
Dive right into it. Here we come.
Because I think Vegemite is a thing that a lot of people don't like.
The vast majority of Australians do love Vegemite. They do.
Okay.
I think it's an acquired taste, so let's get that one out of the way.
Dive right into it.
They certainly do. It's well liked. The vast majority of Australians love Vegemite. That what they said there is actually not true. I have not met anybody in Australia who actually hates it. No, not true.
Oh my gosh, it looks like chocolate paste. Do you think that looks good? Iris shook her head.
The yeast extract, salt, mineral salt. What am I eating?
It's supposed to be very salty.
Vegemite does have a strong taste, but it's made out of yeast.
Okay.
Now who would actually want to actually have put down truckloads of Vegemite on a piece of toast? You're going to be mad.
Look how much toast they put on their bread. Now you do not put truckloads all over toast as if it is Nutella. If you do something like that without put butter on it, now butter kills the taste of Vegemite too.
You're not good. 1924.
Quit, chicken stock? You're going to be joking.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Juiced. And it kills a horrible taste that I had. That's the secret of Vegemite.
Bread and a f***load of mite.
Vegemite.
The cool kids call it mite.
No one calls it mite.
You gotta spread the mite thick.
Jackson, what the f***?
Now you really want to cake it on there.
Vegemite and butter come together. Melted butter, a little touch of Vegemite, and butter. Mix it in together.
G'day guys, my name is Craig and today I'm here to tell you about how an Australian actually eats Vegemite. That's right. G'day guys, my name is Craig and today I'm here to tell you about how an Australian actually eats Vegemite. That's right. It is not the way you think it is. I mean, we'll have a look. It looks like chocolate, but it's not. Very thin and lots of butter as well. So come over close and I'll show you exactly how it's done. Okay, so here you can see we have our Vegemite, we have our butter. I prefer butter rather than margarine, and we have our toast. So we'll take comments later in regards to what colour toast you like, whether you like it lighter or darker than that. In the meantime, we'll get the butter, we'll open it up there for you. Now with the butter, I like to have a fair bit of butter on my toast. Butter with the Vegemite is good, and you've got to spread it all the way, maybe a bit more than that. Spread it all, I like corners as well, to the corners, all the way through, and spread it evenly. There we go. Lots of butter. So that's the most important part. Next we get our Vegemite. Now you can see the Vegemite there. It's dark in colour. It is a very salty flavoured sort of yeast extract. It is not chocolate, it is not sweet, it is not Nutella. So I know, right? Butter knife into that's all right. That there is probably an Aussie amount, so we'll give you an American amount, and we basically just literally spread it over, and it mixes in with the butter. You can see there, this is how I like it, and you give it a good mixing over. This is probably an Australian amount. I didn't even contemplate an American amount. So actually, if I leave it there, see how much Vegemite is still on the knife? That's for me for later. That there would be classed as an American amount of Vegemite on butter on toast. So there it is. Meanwhile, I've got some leftovers here, so good. All right, let's see how this goes down. Alright, we've spread our Vegemite the way Americans should, not the way Australians should. And I'll give it a taste test to see what it's like as an American. Actually, an American would do this. It's good. Well, it's okay. Now, I'll change it up a bit.
And that taste they talked about is not there at all. That's how Aussies eat Vegemite. We put butter on our Vegemite. We don't ever have it on its own. Now you could actually use it for cooking. And that will actually, and you put it like a broth with vegetables. It makes very good gravy too. So Vegemite is very, very versatile food that Australians have in Australia. And I've had Australians eat tons of
G'day guys, my name is Craig and today I'm here to tell you about how an Australian actually eats Vegemite. That's right. G'day guys, my name is Craig and today I'm here to tell you about how an Australian actually eats Vegemite. That's right. It is not the way you think it is. I mean, we'll have a look. It looks like chocolate, but it's not. Very thin and lots of butter as well. So come over close and I'll show you exactly how it's done. Okay, so here you can see we have our Vegemite, we have our butter. I prefer butter rather than margarine, and we have our toast. So we'll take comments later in regards to what colour toast you like, whether you like it lighter or darker than that. In the meantime, we'll get the butter, we'll open it up there for you. Now with the butter, I like to have a fair bit of butter on my toast. Butter with the Vegemite is good, and you've got to spread it all the way, maybe a bit more than that. Spread it all, I like corners as well, to the corners, all the way through, and spread it evenly. There we go. Lots of butter. So that's the most important part. Next we get our Vegemite. Now you can see the Vegemite there. It's dark in colour. It is a very salty flavoured sort of yeast extract. It is not chocolate, it is not sweet, it is not Nutella. So I know, right? Butter knife into that's all right. That there is probably an Aussie amount, so we'll give you an American amount, and we basically just literally spread it over, and it mixes in with the butter. You can see there, this is how I like it, and you give it a good mixing over. This is probably an Australian amount. I didn't even contemplate an American amount. So actually, if I leave it there, see how much Vegemite is still on the knife? That's for me for later. That there would be classed as an American amount of Vegemite on butter on toast. So there it is. Meanwhile, I've got some leftovers here, so good. All right, let's see how this goes down. All right, we've spread our Vegemite the way Americans should, not the way Australians should, and I'll give it a taste test to see what it's like as an American. Actually, an American would do this. It's good. Well, it's okay. Now, I'll change it up a bit. That's right, I'll put the rest of the Vegemite on there to eat it like an Australian. Vegemite, guys, is really good. So, a little extra tip as well. Vegemite goes fantastically, superbly in a bolognese sauce. That's right, believe it or not, it does. A good heaped teaspoon of this in your bolognese sauce, and it brings out that special tomatoey flavour. I don't know whether it's the yeast or the saltiness or whatever else as well, but it does a fantastic job at that as well. So there you go, guys. Vegemite, get into it. It's not as bad as you think. And by the way,
okay, here we have it, your typical American spread of any spread, but this time we have Vegemite.
Preparing myself.
Chicken stock. I don't think I'm gonna do it.
It's not awful, it's just really, really salty. Extremely salty. John doesn't like it. an aftertaste that hits you right here.
Oh.
Vegemite, the delicious spread, provides the vitamin B1 your family needs daily. Be sure you put Vegemite next to the pepper and salt whenever you set the table.
They said that the aftertaste hits them right there. That is the classic Vegemite cheek. And I don't experience that because I'm so accustomed to the stuff after having it in Australia for so long. No, I have no aftertaste at all in Australia. The vast
Like at the backs of the teeth. Do you want to try it? I should try it.
It tastes like
Just super salt.
the darkest like roast gravy I've ever had.
Yeah, it kind of smells like gravy.
Hot dang, you guys eat that. Wow. Some crackers. And once you put that in your mouth, like, oh, wow, yeah. It's in there. There's no getting it out.
If you're watching from
Oh, that's funny.
If you're watching from Australia, comment below if you actually like Vegemite or if you don't like Vegemite. Because I think I heard it's one of those things that some people love and some people hate, even in Australia.
Actually, in my household in Australia, we love Vegemite. There's also something else in Australia called Marmite, which is even worse. Now, I reckon Americans will love to have Marmite instead. Marmite tastes got a stronger taste than Vegemite has got. You go and try some Marmite and spread it all over the bread like you did with Vegemite, like as if it is Nutella, and see how you like Marmite. It is a lot stronger than Vegemite is. It actually is 10 times worse without butter. So you go and try that. Why don't you go and get some kettle? Go and get yourself a kettle and put Marmite or Vegemite into hot water and stir it up and drink it. Oh yeah, that's a good chance for Americans to do, isn't it? Hey.
Do something with this. I don't know what.
We'll save it to prank our friends.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's try something.
You know what? Why don't you do pranking with your friends? Okay, that'll be so funny. It'll make every Australian laugh when you do an American Vegemite prank. I hope you enjoyed watching today's video about Australian having a Vegemite challenge of drinking a liquefied version of Vegemite. And you use hot water, and that will liquefy the Vegemite, and then you drink it. Yeah. And you know what? I would dare any American to do something like that. You know what, you guys. Anyhow, thanks for watching today's video about liquefying this stuff. Australian Vegemite from Kraft. And you can drink this in liquid form in hot water and drink it. I would dare any American to do that. Thank you for watching today's video. Okay, everybody, here is the star of the show today. Australian Vegemite. Came from Woolies this week, and there's heaps of it in the shops today in Australia, right? Now here we go. Here's Australian Vegemite. And about the same amount of Vegemite the Americans put on their toast, right? Now I reckon, you know what? I'm so used to this stuff, I can actually have the entire jar of the stuff if I really wanted to, and it would not affect me whatsoever, because my taste buds are so used to them, so used to it. A good healthy dose of it, okay? Now what I'm going to show you is, here is a mug full of boiling hot water, and here is some Vegemite. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to dip the same amount of Vegemite inside this mug, and I'm going to mix it in and convert this into something like a Vegemite or Marmite drink. Now, a lot of Australians do this. For a lot of Australians do this, you know. This will convert this into a broth. That's what I'm making here. Now, what I'm going to do is, here's a big healthy teaspoon. Here's a big healthy tablespoon of Vegemite. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip it all in there. Now here you go. Now I'm going to mix it all in nice and slowly. And what this will do, and what this does, it makes it into like a broth. Makes it into a broth. So the very hot water. We're going to mix it in there. Really mix it in. And all the Vegemite will turn it into like a really brown broth, like that. But I need to mix it even more. So what I'm going to do is I don't think you want to bore me mixing this Vegemite into. There you go. Now the Vegemite is inside the drink. So what I'm doing here is that I'm mixing it all in into this water, this hot water. See, the hot water is going to dilute all of this Vegemite. As you can see here, the actual hot water now is brown. It is brown hot water. Now this is something Americans do not like. Now I would challenge Now here's a challenge for some of you Americans out there who want to spread around their Vegemite on toast like it is Nutella. Now what you need to do is do these sort of things. You put the Vegemite into the hot water and then dilute it in hot water and then drink it. That's the Aussie way of getting the vitamin drink. There we go. It is now going to get nice. It's getting nice. Now, Vegemite is not an acquired taste, as if what Americans said. That is not true. In my opinion, that is not true. There you go, look. Yucky do. Oh, yummy. Oh, yummy, isn't it, hey? Oh, it's yummy, isn't it? Yeah, this is yummy for Americans to drink, isn't it? Oh, look at this broth. Now, what I've done is, that is some of the Vegemite on the spoon. Now, I'll show you that Vegemite does not affect me whatsoever. Mixing it all in. What I'm doing is making a mess on my bench. Now what I'm doing here is that I'm mixing it all in. Mixing it all in. And I made a mess on my table. Of course I have. It's a bit of a messy video this is, but I'll clean it up in a minute. Now you can see here is that most of the Vegemite is in the water, is now being diluted in the water now. And now some of it is on the spoon. Ugh, yucky, isn't it? Yeah, yummy. Look at that, people. Now this is what this is what the result is here. Okay, brown water, brown hot water. Oh yeah, yummy, isn't it, eh? Oh. You mixed in a bit more. Now this is, I still got Vegemite. I still got a bit of Vegemite on the spoon right here. Here you go. This is about the same amount of Vegemite you put on toast. And I'm going to show you that I can have this without being infected. Watch this. See? Nothing. It's not salty, probably a little bit, but not that much at all. But the big challenge is, can I drink that brown water of Vegemite without being affected by it? Now, guys. Now, everybody, I actually have mixed the Vegemite into this mug of hot water, and now I'm going to drink it right in front of you, YouTube. Right, here you go. Down the hatch. A lot of Australians, a lot of Aussies drink this, you know, in Australia. We like our Vegemite, and we like doing this. Now, this is now diluted in hot water. You can put this in vegetables. You can put this in pasta. You can put this in any sort of, you can use this as a gravy as well on your potatoes. And on meat. It's very, very versatile. Nothing beats a good hot Vegemite drink. Everybody in Australia just loves it. See, look. Vegemite, no, it's not salty with me. That's probably because I had it for so many years. It's actually pretty. My taste buds are used to it. But I would dare any American to do the same thing I just did, and see how they like drinking the broth version of Vegemite. Oh yeah. And this is how Aussies can drink Vegemite as if they're drinking some black tea. There you go. Has all the Vegemite gone. Anyhow, everybody, thank you for watching today's challenge video of Vegemite. Anyhow, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment and subscribe. About an Aussie watch this video. I hope you enjoy watching this video about Australian drinking Vegemite, drinking a big tub, drinking a big large anyhow, have a good day, everybody. Please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe to this video.
Straight up. My country don't share no borders, 'cause of